Hi folks, welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. The purpose of this video is to go through another example of compound interest here. So in the example we're going to look at, we're going to try to calculate here how much you have to invest, right? So that's going to be our initial investment is the unknown, and I'm calling that P sub O, to have $50,000 available after 5 years if we invested at 5%, which is, kind of a standard rate for very safe type of investments, compounded monthly. Okay, so this is a kind of a standard compound interest formula. I'm going to start by writing this out. P equals P sub O times 1 plus I to the n. And while I'm at it, before I actually get into the problem here, if you look at other books, a lot of times you'll see this formula written more like this. In this term where we have I, where the I is the interest per compound, a lot of times you'll see that written something like R over N. And then here would be the number of compounds, and this usually looks something like this, to the NT. So I just mentioned this because I've never really seen this formula written like this other than in this textbook. Sometime in your future you may see it written in a little bit more complex way. It'll look like this, but it's basically the same formula. All right, so we're not going to worry about that. All right, so in our example here, the P sub O is the unknown. We want to have a value of 50,000 after some time frame. So what I'm going to do is write the rest of this equation out here. Let's see, 1 plus, okay, I. If the interest rate is 5% and it is compounded monthly, then the monthly rate would be 0.05 over 30. I'm sorry, 12. It'd be 30 if it was compounded like daily. Okay. Monthly compounding. So then each month you would have 0.05 over 12 applied to your principal. And then times n, the number of compounds. Now if we are compounded monthly, and we're talking about 5 years, n would be 60. That's coming from 5 compounds. I'm sorry, that's coming from 12 compounds per year times 5 years is where I'm getting that value. All right, so now what we need is to just solve for the P sub O. And I think what I'll do maybe is calculate a value for this. So this is going to read 50,000 equals P sub O times 1, oops, I said I was going to calculate a value for that. Let me do that. 1 plus 0.05 over 12. Bear with me here, I missed a parenthesis that first time. All right, so what I get here by the time I calculate this value is 1.283. And therefore, P sub O, let's see if I take the 50,000 and divide by 1.283. Okay, I get a value of $38,971 and some change, 16 cents. Now, there are quantities called significant figures, some things I would like to mention here. Like I rounded this here to 4 sig figs. It's really not really appropriate for me to round this to 4 and then give an answer here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Long story short, since I have 4 values here, really I should approximate this to 38970. And we'll call that good enough. So what that means in this particular example, you would have to invest $38,970 at 5% compounded monthly to have 50 grand after 5 years. I hope that this example makes sense for you. Have a great day.